Oh my god! This is sick!
This might be the coolest thing that I have ever put into a van build. It's a little slow.
My dad and I have been talking about elevator beds for nearly 3 years. But one day it became more than just talk, and we ordered one, turning the idea into reality.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to day 10 of our DIY Sprinter van build. Today, we're going to be putting up an elevator bed. This is probably going to be one of the coolest things that I put in that van back there, and I'm really excited to install it. However, the installation instructions for that bed are terrible. I'm sorry, Tec Vans, but your installation PDF did not help me one little bit. I found one video online that Tec Vans posted of them installing the bed in a van, and they don't even have the same parts that I do. They do not have this. So I'm kind of left in the dust here to try and figure out how to install this by myself. So hopefully if anyone else is installing the TecVan Elevator Bed in a 170 extended Sprinter van, maybe I can help you out. And by the way, I have minor eye fatigue in my right eye, which made it puff up. So I'm going to be wearing these glasses for the rest of the video. But the first part of this job is securing these backing plates to your van frame. And you can see that I already took off my top furring strip yesterday in preparation for today. And so what I need to do here is I have to put these onto the van frame. I'm going to put it in right here. Sorry for flipping you off. And right here. And I'm also going to mount this backing plate with all the holes, creating like a little pyramid. And to mount the backing plate onto the metal behind, I'm going to be using rivets. And at a first glance, this doesn't seem like it would be strong enough to hold a whole bed and a person. But TecVan uses these to install their elevator beds. And after a quick Google search, these can actually hold quite a decent amount of weight. I think just this one alone can hold over 300 pounds, and I'm going to be using 24 over the entire bed. So it'll be able to hold something crazy like over 6,000 pounds or something. I don't know if the math there is correct, but something like that. It'll be strong enough for sure. Oh, that feels way stronger than I thought it was going to. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't know why my first impressions with rivets were they're weak, because they're definitely not. But now we need to install this 3 more times. 1 right over my wires right here, and 2 more on the exact same positions just on the other side. Now these back ones are going to be a little bit more tricky than the front ones because we have to space them out correctly. So the bed has 2 belts coming out of the side, and this is how it gets lifted up. And they need to be straight up and not diagonal like this. I don't know if stuff like this shows you how dumb I actually am at building stuff, because there's a lot of times where I need to bring the actual thing into position to find out where stuff goes. Other people could do this just by the measurements alone, which I think I could, but in my opinion, it's easier to line up that belt and then find out exactly where this one needs to be. Because look, now I know I can mount it right about here. Okay, quick tip for anyone trying to install this at home. We're going to put this backing plate right about here. And if you remember on this backing plate, we have that pyramid facing upwards. We are going to do the opposite of that and have it facing downwards this time. All right, we got all 4 backing plates mounted on the van, but now we need to secure these belt brackets onto the backing plates. And this is one of the parts that I got pretty confused about because it's not mentioned anywhere in the instructions. So if you were to mount these normally, there you go, you got 5 holes lined up with that backing plate. Although I need this belt clamp right here, and there's no way to mount this backing plate with the holes where I needed it to go. So what I'm going to do is utilize as many of those factory holes that I can, and then just drill my own. So I need my belt clamp right here, and that's going to allow me to use at least one of the holes in the backing plate, but I'm gonna have to drill all my own. And the ones on the back, I'm able to utilize 2 of the holes in the backing plate, but the rest I'm gonna have to drill.
To put up these belt clamps, I'm only using bolts right now, and there's a good reason for that. If I ended up putting them in the wrong location, I would easily be able to just whip out the bolt and move it to a different spot, which did need to happen a bit later. And by the way, in this time lapse, you might be able to see my drill turn from blue to red. And that's because my one and only drill is Makita, and I went through all 3 of my batteries during this job, and I didn't have the charger. My grandpa was borrowing it, and I couldn't get a hold of him. So, not only did I get a bed out of this job, I got a new Milwaukee drill.
And that is all 4 of our belt clamps put onto our backing plates. And now comes the fun part. We're gonna lay our bed out and hook up the belts. Quick note, I only put 2 bolts on these belt clamps because I might need to move them. I didn't want to put any rivets in them yet, just in case I have this in the wrong position and I need to move it. Although with my great idea earlier today of putting the bed here, lining up the straps, I don't think we're gonna need to do that. Is that gonna be my famous last words? I hope not. Ready? Yeah.
Food. Here's a zip tie.
Okay,
Putting it on.
I'll put it.
Ah, you're pushing me off
sorry.
the ledge.
Okay, I think we successfully did it because, if I reach over here, that looks like it's in line with this, and this is definitely in line. So I think we're looking good. In their video to attach the belt, they kept one of these plates on. Second plate goes on, and then you tighten down the bolts. Well, what do you know? Those were my famous last words because this side is way off. This side is perfect. I don't know how that happened because I put those brackets on the exact same spot on both sides of the van. Very weird, but that's what I get for not measuring. So take a look at these 2 straps, straight up and down, right? These 2 over here are too close at the top. So I'm either going to need to move one of them back a lot or both of them out just a little bit. I just figured out why they're off. These ones itself are closer together. These ones at the bottom are further apart. So I put the brackets up both in line for these 2 holes, but they're not even. These ones are spaced out even more. And the reason for that is literally just how this bed works. In here, there's a big spool that spools up these belts, which causes the bed to lift. Obviously, both sides of the belt can't go at the same spot, so they need to be staggered just a little bit. And that's what's causing both of these belts to be angled in. So I need to move both of these belt clamps over just a little bit. Hey, I might not be doing my measurements, but at least I think ahead with these bolts. And I just wanted to point out, that was mentioned nowhere in the instructions. TecVan please revisit. I seen like multiple spelling mistakes in that PDF too. I'm sorry for calling you out, but please just make better instructions. Oh, doing this, just getting beamed with sun is not very fun. Anyways, we're about to start the electronics here, and that is another thing that is just not very detailed in the installation instructions. So I'm gonna have to sit here and try and figure it out. Down goes here, common should go here, then up should go here. Okay. All right, it's time to connect our wires, see if this bed works. I heard a beep. Beep is a good noise. All right, everything's connected. Let's go push the button. Guys, my heart is racing right now. I just want this to work so bad. Let's see. Uh-oh. I was just about to troubleshoot. Wait, I just remembered you're supposed to double click it. Oh, come on. Okay, maybe I've got the switch wired up wrong, so I'm gonna try this remote. We'll try and turn on the lights below first. Hey, the lights work. Okay, that is a really good sign. Okay, that's weird. I hear it, but it's not moving. Listen. Something in this relay is going, but the motors aren't. Huh. I don't know what's wrong. It's clicking when I hit the button, but nothing's happening. That tells me that my electrical is correct. It's getting power, but it's just not using it. The motor's not turning on, which maybe there's like a button on there, a safety switch that I have to flip before it starts working. I don't know. I might have to email support on this one.
And now I know I've been dogging on Tec Vans for their instructions, but I do want to point out that their support is amazing. I reached out to them around 5 p.m. and they got back to me about 30 minutes later. I sent a follow-up email and they replied to that one in the same day. So I am very impressed by their support. But for right now, I'm stuck with a broken bed.
We are like 2-3 hours later, as you can see, and I figured it out. It was my wiring issue. I thought I had everything right, but nope. Check this out. Hold on. As you can see, I still need to level it all out and make sure it's kind of straight, but it works, yo! And the switch works too. Oh my god, that is so cool. Okay, now I need to level out this bed. Let me show you what I did wrong in case any of you are experiencing the same thing. So I hooked up this tiny little white wire into my Wago connector because I thought this was the power to the lights. It's not, obviously, but I have no idea what it does anymore because it's not hooked up. The bed works, the light works. So what is that white wire for? I wish it said in the instructions. And do you see how the bed is a little bit angled right now? I'm gonna fix that just by adjusting the straps at the top. Okay, tell me when it looks level.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
How's
that
that
looked good. Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a test run. Hell yeah. Is that not cool or what? I could do that all day. All day. And I have pretty good room under here too. This is one of the reasons why we chose this bed. It's because it pushes up so close to the ceiling where even me, I'm about 6'1", I can still, for the most part, comfortably stand under here. So cool. Now with our electrical tidied up, let's lower this bed. There we go. And put the mattress on top. Okay, one thing that I noticed about the remote is if it loses connection at any point, it will just stop moving the bed. Yeah, like there. Let's hop on this thing. And check the hell do you got working here? Check out your elevator bed. Oh my god! This is sick!
Isn't that so fun?
Oh my god, Nate! See the lights underneath? Oh my god!
Trav, when it's
awesome.
right up to the top, it just looks like the roof of the...
Like nothing.
yeah, it just
I'll
looks
get
like
off.
the ceiling. Can you dismantle the
Oh my
beeping?
god, that's so high!
Isn't that cool?
There you
That's so high!
And like, I have a decent amount of space
Oh,
under here.
Yeah.
that's so dope!
And
Oh my
you're,
God.
yeah, let's...
So what do you think about your bed? Oh my god. I love it. I so love it. Stand under there. So excited. See, he's a bit shorter than me, so he fits perfectly right there. I can't believe I got this working today. I thought this was going to be a tomorrow job, but look at where we are. There we go. We're stored away for the night. And this is up there really good and solid too, so this is not going to move around while driving or anything. How cool. Anyways, I'm going to head into bed for now. Our installation is complete. So tomorrow I might go over a little bit more of, I don't know, show you a bit more of the bed and talk about it for a bit more. But right now, I just want to head in, put the camera down. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we're back. It's actually been 2 days since I last seen you. So that means I've had some time to mess around with the bed and kind of figure out some things that I want to do to it, adjust or whatnot. My eye still looks a little bit weird, so glasses are staying on. But overall, it's a great bed. I do not regret installing it one bit or purchasing it. It's going to work perfectly in this van. There's just a few things that I find a bit problematic with it. One thing is the remote. Is if it disconnects for even just a millisecond, I might have mentioned this a few days ago. Anyways, if it disconnects, like that, I'm holding the button, it disconnected for a millisecond, the bed stops. So that's one thing that's just really annoying. We're going to have to bring that hardwired controller all the way over here, extend the wires, and I'm gonna have a wall right here, and we'll have it right here so you can push the button. Because as you can see, if I click this, this works just fine. So that's one thing that definitely needs improvement with this bed. The second thing, it doesn't come with its own cable snake, so I'm gonna have to look up online how to make a nice aesthetically looking cable snake that goes up the wall. And finally, my last gripe with this bed is the mattress. It's fine. It's not bad, but it's not great. Like, you can see how thin this mattress is. It's not very thick, which in a different way is a good thing, because a thin mattress on an elevator bed allows it to raise closer up to the roof, which gives you more headspace when you're under it. But I do gotta say, like, what a showpiece to have in a van. Like, this thing is so impressive. This thing makes people go, wow. A bed like this makes the ordinary person who might not know much about van builds, it makes them impressed. I showed a couple people and their minds were just blown.
What? You guys. Nathan, shut up.
And it folds out like this too, so it'd be like a 6-foot person. So it's a really cool showpiece to put in your van and really makes it stand out. And another reason why we chose this elevator bed compared to any of the other ones is because this one has a bonus feature of extending out so it could fit someone that's 6'5" or 6'3", one of the two. Anyways, I'm about 6'1", so this is super comfy for me. I can lay down flat on this guy. My head is not at the end of the bed right now, and my heels aren't either. I've got extra headroom and heel room. If you're watching this video and are interested in buying this bed, this video is in no way sponsored by Tec Vans, but I will say that I purchased this unit for $3,000. I got a 10% off coupon code for being at the West Coast Van Fest. I think without it being on sale and without the 10% discount, I think it sits at $3,600 before tax, so just keep that in mind. And if you plan on installing this yourself, I would put the install level probably around intermediate to advanced. You have to figure out a lot of the things yourself. I dedicated an entire day to preparing to install this bed, just so I knew what I was doing. But once you have a plan and it clicks in your head what exactly you're going to do, it's not that bad of an install. And I don't know if this is going to be important to anybody else but me, because I kind of just wanted to do it once or twice. But you can raise yourself while you're on the bed. I don't think this is recommended. And when you stop raising yourself, I can hear the belt unravel. So it's probably not the best for the motor. So I would definitely not recommend doing this, but it's possible. Okay, with all the bed talk over with, I need your guys' help now. I have a ladder that was previously on my dad's van that's now sold. It's, to say it delicately, it's a bit damaged. The bottom of it is bent to oblivion, and I want to repurpose it for this van, but I don't really know how to fix that ladder, and I need your guys' help. Okay, for starters, does that not look sick? I love the look of this ladder on the van because it matches the black and white aesthetic that I'm going for. But there's a couple issues with it. Since it's bent, you can see right there, it's got a pretty nasty curve in the bottom plate that attaches on. And the second issue with this is I'm actually using unistrut at the top and not a proper roof rack, which is a little bit more thick than a proper roof rack. So that means the ladder is lifted up more than it should be, causing it to not bite down on the pinch weld down here. And here's what I need your guys' help with. How do I straighten out this bend in the bar and lower it enough where it can reach this pinch weld? I'm not a metal worker, I'm not a welder, and I just don't really know what to do here. Should I bring this to a shop and have them bend it and figure it out, or is there an easy way to do it myself? I don't know. But that just looks beautiful on the van. The black ladder connecting the black solar panels with the black trim at the bottom. Oh, this, like, I love the look of this van. When I started this build,
I did not mean for the black and white aesthetic to happen. It just did. It started with the black max air fan, then the antenna, then the solar panels and the unistrut, then the AC, and everything just kind of started working together. And the bunk window and the window on the other side. It just all somehow perfectly matched each other. I didn't mean for that to happen. But if I could get this ladder up, I would be so happy. I've been thinking of starting to call this van the 1960s van. Not because it looks that old, but because television in the 1960s was all black and white. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys on this video. If you have any ideas for that ladder, please let me know down in the comments below. If you've made it this far into my 46th video, I cannot thank you enough. Consider subscribing to the channel, and maybe I'll see you in the next video. See you guys. So freaking cool.